Hello. Um, Welcome in. My name is Silver Dreamer doing YouTube intros, right? Silver Dreamer, I'm a streamer and I build Lego. And I'm doing YouTube videos for the smaller sets that I feel like are too small to build for a full stream. So, fit check. I don't have a special fit tonight. It's just a Lego shirt that my mom got me from a museum one time. But I was wearing my hoodie from Astro Canuck. It says, "I'm not here to change the world. I'm here to share the universe." Astro Canuck is a friend of the channel up in Canada, and he does astrology stuff. It's so much fun to watch his streams. If you like anything space related, go check him out. He goes on road trips for like tracking meteor showers and the eclipse and all that kind of stuff. It's all fun. Anyway, before I open this, we are doing the buildable construction. What do I call it? Construction figure of Wolverine. 76257, 127 pieces. If it's like the last two, it's probably 2 bags. Yep, 2 bags. And yeah, we're gonna dive in. Hope you guys are doing well. I think about like what am I gonna talk about when I do these videos, and I've yet to come up with an answer. I've watched other, like I used to play a lot of Bloons TD6, and for like strategies, I would look up YouTube videos, and like this one guy would post like 30 or 40-minute videos on like how to do a level and yada yada yada, and he would just like talk about his life while while you wait for like some of the like good waves to come up, and you're like, that's cool. Like I kind of prefer that over somebody doing like a fast forward. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, one thing I noticed about this, we have 2 different color yellows. We've got the dark yellow here, then we have a regular yellow. Can't totally tell with this light. I guess you just have to take my word for it. This yellow versus this yellow. It's a little different. Just believe me. Please believe me. Anyway, how you guys doing? I guess that's not really a question you can ask to YouTube. Man, streaming is really like, I'm very used to streaming. I can ask people that, and I'm used to getting answers. Can't get that with you guys. Got some flesh color pieces, which is always weird to see. Also, I didn't wear a headband to block. Let's do that real quick. Block my hair. This is the first time in my life I've had like long hair. Well, long hair in dreads, so like it can like fall in front of my face. And man, is it a transition. But it's also like, it's kind of the goal, because I've always been jealous of people whose hair could like shake. So, yeah, I brought this on myself. I was in stream the other day, and someone came in and said, "Hey, just want to let you know I've watched both of your videos and I'm now subscribed to your YouTube channel." I was like, stop. Thank you. Makes me feel good. I messed up the placement. Hold up. Dude, does this come? Oh my gosh, the constructible sets don't come with brick separators. I just noticed. It's interesting. So something I've been doing also while I started doing this YouTube thing, what else I did is I've been taking the sets that we've built here out into the backyard, um, and taking pictures of the sets in like flowers and the wild and stuff. Um, my wife has an insane green thumb, and she doesn't get enough appreciation for it. So I do whatever I can to show off all the work she's put in. So we did Ant-Man last time, and we have these like giant metal sculptures, like metal dinosaur sculptures. So I had him riding a Dilophosaur and pointing into the future. That was a lot of fun. It's so crazy. I thought I was going faster last time, and it felt fast, but then the video ended up being like the same length. I think it was like 2 minutes shorter than the Captain America video, and that's okay. No, I'm not going to edit these down. You get it. You get silver raw. But also, I'm running out of construction figures to build. I have the Star Wars mechs to build. Those videos would be a lot shorter, which means there's less that I have to talk about. And that is okay. I feel like I would bring more to this whole experience if I talked about, like, if I reviewed as I went. And that could be like my niche. He's a live reviewer. And one thing that comes to mind about this is all three of these figures so far have felt so different from each other. It's very interesting. And like, I get that it's like part of it is, you know, their costumes are different, so obviously they use different pieces and stuff, but I appreciate that, because then it's like it's a brand new experience every time. Oh man, dude, are there not two of these? There it is. What am I doing here? Oh, it goes down here. Okay. To give away a little bit of like timing on when this is being recorded, I'm in the middle of building a giant building brick Gundam Exia. It's going to be 70 centimeters tall, which is, I think it's 27 inches. It's going to be in the back here. It's way taller than Mechagodzilla here. Oh man, I can't wait for that to finish. It's been such a fun and frustrating build. There have been some spots that are clearly designed in like Studio or Stud.io, whichever name you prefer, where like conceptually and programmably, it's not a word, the build makes sense. Like placing a piece makes sense. But in practice, it really doesn't make sense. Like fitting a piece like behind a few other pieces and stuff. Because the order makes sense. It makes sense that you put that piece in when you did, but it just, anyone with fingers would have a really hard time doing it. So that's been really annoying. But whenever I get lost in in my anger, within 20 minutes, all of a sudden I'm elated again. I'm super excited because the whole thing is coming together, and then the armor starts to look like the Exia, because Gundam Exia is one of my favorite Gundams, and just the fact that this building brick set exists at all just makes me so excited. So it makes me more excited than it does angry. But man, there are some real tough places in that build. So tough that it makes me not want to recommend it to other people, even though it might be my favorite building brick build I've ever done. Even over Avengers Tower and Bumblebee and Voltron and all this stuff. But I don't think I'd ever be go and buy that set. Well, that's kind of annoying. It's unfortunate. So we're building Wolverine's groin waist area. Man. I think on my first video, on the Captain America video, I was wearing merch for Build Time 13. He does YouTube videos, and we talked about this, I guess, where he does editing and ASMR versions and all that kind of stuff. And I was just oh man, I see the appeal, honestly. This looks good. You can't see really the orange versus the yellow, but it layers really well. I'm a fan. Can you tell that I don't know what I want to talk about? Because when I try to come up with a new subject, I start to question myself whether we've talked about it or not. So talking about timely things makes more sense, because if it didn't happen last week, then, or if it happened this week, then there's no way that I'd be repeating subjects. Do I need to make a list of things to talk about beforehand? I don't know. I don't know, man. You know what else I don't know? I don't know what I sound like. I just realized that my mic was kind of far away. How much of that's going to get picked up? Who knows? And hashtag fantastic professional. So good at this. An ASMR version of this, where I don't say anything and just let the clicks go, I would get really bored. I feel where I'm just sitting here, not saying anything, just letting things click, 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 click. I guess that actually might be interesting for a Twitch stream, an ASMR stream, but or a brick building ASMR stream, and just kind of look into that. Because so my document camera right here it had, so first bag is done, by the way. It has a mic, so like it could be kind of interesting to turn that mic on and then not talk, or just like mute this mic. I don't know. Would people even like that? I have people that like my voice. Would people like a clicky click click click? Don't know. Oh, here's something that's timely. There's talk about doing a stream, maybe with a like milestone celebration reward thing, where I read a chapter from a book. The original idea was 50 Shades of Grey, to make it real awkward. And it could be fun, I guess. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. But like, that is not on the list of, that's not on the list of things that I wouldn't do for stream. Like I won't eat anything for stream. And I won't cause pain on stream. Pain being like walking on Lego and stuff. This is cool. But there's a lot of things I would do. Like read a suggestive chapter of a book. You guys know that song that's like, when I ruled the world. Oh, there's supposed to be two. Son of a gun. Double back. Hey, look, it says two right there. I'm just an idiot. Cool, 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 cool. Like it. Love that for me. The dun, dun, dun. And when I rule the world. I've had that song stuck in my head for the last like 4 or 5 hours. It's unfortunate. I mean, it's not a bad song, but you know, thanks to like TikTok, I've just heard it a lot. Flash colored Lego, man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get used to that. It just looks weird. You guys ever seen Schitt's Creek? It is one of my favorite shows. The thing that really stands out to me about it is that there's like actual character growth in it. For like a seasonal sitcom, it's just written so well. Like it got a lot of praise for like queer representation and stuff. But like there's just so much about it that's fantastic beyond even just that. I don't want to say just, but like beyond that. Where is this piece? Come on. Cut into screen time here. I'm looking for this piece. Do you see this piece? Right there. Right there. That doesn't even. Is that the right color? Sure. Debatable. Man, sometimes Lego's coloring on their books are very questionable. I don't think that's the right color, but it's the right piece. Okay, now we're making feet. Um, Sometimes I want to talk about. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. So I'm a huge Marvel nerd. Why haven't I just told stories about the character that we're building? Why have I not done that? I'm so stupid. Anyway, so this is James Howlett. He was born James Howlett, and was born in Canada in the eight. It's either 1800s or 18th century. I kind of forget which one. Um, but he was a sickly and frail young boy, um, which conceptually just leads to a lot of questions for me. But he came from a rich family, and the caretakers on their land were the Logans. And the son of Daddy Logan was Dog Logan. Why his name is Dog, don't know. Doesn't entirely matter. But lovers quarrel, cheating mother with Logan, blah, 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 blah. Your typical sleeping with the help story. And James Howlett's father, let's see, was killed by Logan, and then James's mutant ability kicked in, and his claws popped, and then he killed Logan. Anyway, they have a caretaker, Rose. She's a redhead, and she takes James away through a secret help passageway, and runs away. And she has James go by the name of Logan to help hide him. I completely bastardized that story. And I think that's why I don't talk about this on stream, because, or not on stream, but impulsively on the video, because actually a huge reason why I don't really want to do comic book content on YouTube is because my brand of comic book knowledge is, I like to do it like impulsively, where you ask me a question, I tell you off the top of my head what I know slash remember about the character, as opposed to um, like edited and scripted, researched videos where they, when it's on YouTube, you gotta get everything like perfect. And like, there's also, you follow a certain topic like comic books long enough and you see the like race discourse that always kind of pops up in every fandom. And like, I am not necessarily mentally equipped to deal with just blatant hate and racism from random comments from strangers on the internet. So like, I'm not all that inclined to jump into comic book content, which kind of stresses me out because I love comics. I love comics. Yeah. I don't know. Here's some random things that have happened with Wolverine over the years that don't make a whole lot of sense. So, in in his solo title, back in the Utopia days, he talks about how much he hates swimming because he has a metal skeleton and he just sinks. This is back around like Curse of the Vampires, Curse of the Mutants, the vampire crossover that they had, vampire event. And so it's like that logically makes sense. Cool. But then in Krakoa, this current era, he he went to Forge and had Forge design him a adamantium surfboard so he could go surfing. That's weird. Also doesn't make sense. But also, so whatever, fine. Different writers, different times. It's just it's whatever. And it's like you read comics long enough, inconsistencies pop up pretty frequently. So like in Curse of the Mutants, Wolverine gets turned into a vampire, and it's like this big shock because his healing factor historically has made him like unable to turn into a vampire, so he's like invulnerable to vampirism. And at the end of the storyline, turns out that Scott Summers, Cyclops, was using Logan as a trump card to infiltrate Dracula and his vampires, and basically had like nanites in Logan's blood or something that basically turned off his mutant healing factor. And so that's how he turned into a vampire, and that's how he turned back into a regular human. Logan was pissed. But also, if you're going to do that, if you're going to turn off his healing factor, he's going to die from adamantium poisoning. This is something that just like you think about in passing, but like they didn't care for the event. in direct comparison, the countdown to the death of Wolverine only could happen because these little like microscopic aliens wanted to take refuge inside Wolverine, and they're like, we have control over your entire nervous system. We can turn off your healing factor if we want to. Just let us stay here in your body, and we won't turn it off. And he was like, no. So they turned off his healing factor. And so then you have this era of Wolverine where he's wearing like armor. He's wearing this like yellow and black armor. And he has to relearn how to fight because for 250 years he's fought being totally okay getting hurt and stabbed and all that kind of stuff because like obviously he has a healing factor, but now he doesn't. Anyway, it ends with him getting encased in molten adamantium. But the reason why I say this is because they address there that since he doesn't have a healing factor, he has to have Beast make him a medicine that addresses his adamantium poisoning. Just different times, different like plot points. It is what it is. Yeah, Wolverine's been through a lot. Dude, I feel bad. So, Ultimate Marvel gets a lot of flack for being like, I guess like going too far on some stuff, especially during the Ultimatum event. But like, I personally, I had a great time with Ultimate Marvel. But one of the things is, okay, actually, avoid listening to this if you ever plan on reading Ultimate Marvel. It's also like 20 years old, so like, you're either gonna read it or you're not. But anyway, one of the big reveals of the first era of Ultimate Marvel is that Wolverine is actually the first mutant, and all other mutants are derived from him, from his time at Weapon X. Like, the government like took his genes, and they were so like highly adaptive and healy that they just like let it loose into the wild, and that created everyone else. And so they used that knowledge. So Ultimatum happened because Magneto reversed the polarities of the Earth, because mutant supremacy and blah blah blah. And they used the knowledge that Wolverine was the original mutant, and that everyone else is like lab experiments to take away Magneto's will to like fight. And that's how like Ultimatum ended. It was a little weird. It wasn't fantastic, but the adventure was there. I had a good time. Oh man, dude, this is weird how they're doing this mask. Like, I mean, how else are you gonna do it, right? It reminds me of like an old Power Rangers Megazord when like forming. Yeah, this is a weird build. Tell you what. But hey. Wait, there's no dude. Ew, really? Look at it, like his neck is so far forward. That's Because he's like hunched over all the time. Is that really? Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh my gosh. Interesting. Well, not a fantastic build, I guess. But that's fine as long as as long, as long as you never look at him from the side. It's okay. He has no neck. He has no neck. This is weird, man. All right. I mean, here's the thing. I think they're exploring some cool concepts here, like with his like boot flips here. The the claws are way too big, but doing four fingers and the thumb is really cool. Finding the balance of like doing the arms and then the look of the glove with a little bit of like flesh here kind of works. It this I'm trying to find some good stuff here. It's not. It's not great. It's not great, but if you're going for the collection, you gotta get it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for pictures. I was thinking today that I might have him stabbing one of the metal dinosaurs. Just like remove these and just have his fist like right up against it so it looks like it's stabbing through. I don't know. Keep an eye on my Instagram or join Discord or yada 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 to see those pictures. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. What an interesting build. Never look at Wolverine from the side. Socials, outro. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.